Back in the early days of Sea of Thieves, it was said that the Ferry of the Damned is right under the center of the map. Someone figured that out through an old way that caused them to glitch through solid objects and appear in the center, which is now the Arena Tavern. This also applied to the legendary Hideout, leading us to believe that they are stacked above each other, under the center. Others said that back then, if you dive straight down the center and look with your spyglass, you can actually see the Ferry of the Damned in the distance, though I have not experienced that myself, so cannot confirm. What if I told you that Jackie and I were able to pinpoint the exact locations of the Ferry of the Damned and the legendary Hideout in the main Sea of Thieves map? They are close to the center, but not right under the tavern. This does not mean the old sayings were wrong, as their locations could have changed after the Arena Tavern was built. We found the locations using a recent addition to the game, the Golden Wayfinder. This doesn't only lead to Ancient Vault's clues, but it does way more. Using Wayfinder voyages of different locations, drawing lines, and checking where they intersect, we successfully located both instances, including hearing our own ship cannons from all the way down there. Before we start, do not subscribe yet, as this will blow your mind, and by the end, if you are impressed, you know what to do. Phuzzy here, bringing you honest guides and gameplays, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's start with how we did this, so you can perhaps do that with your crew to have a fun adventure with your friends, family, or kids, as nothing is more exciting than finding super secret locations for a pirate and his crew. Our aim is to get at least one island from each side of the map, so grab several Ancient Vault voyages and vote for one. I was in the Shores of Plenty, and my first island was Sandy Shallows. I went there, but I didn't dig the locations yet, simply to confirm that the Wayfinder is pointing to that island. Then I sent myself to the Ferry of the Damned. Now, you can get your Golden Wayfinder out while in the ferry and check where it leads. Make sure the Wayfinder is exactly centered so you can translate that direction to the compass. It was northwest, so now I'm locating where Sandy Shallows is, right from the Ferry of the Damned. The exact opposite of that will be southeast, which is the ferry's direction from Sandy Shallows. Go back to the ship. We draw a line heading that way, which is southeast. After that, dig the first item from the island so you can start a new location. For me, it was Smuggler's Bay, but that was too close to the first island, so I had to cancel and travel all the way to the wilds so I can get a location from the opposite direction for better pinpoint accuracy on where the lines would intersect. After voting, I had Shipwreck Bay. Doing the same thing and going to the ferry. Shipwreck Bay is east by northeast of the ferry, and the opposite of that tells me that the ferry is west by southwest of Shipwreck Bay. So we draw a line that heads west by southwest. Now if you notice, where lines intersect is where we need to go. And this is where you need a crewmate so you can fine-tune the ship's location while you are down there. Park your ship around that area and start shooting cannons while the other crewmate faces one direction in the ferry. Now we thought that the legends were true right under the Arena Tavern, but we had to test it out. When hearing the cannon shots, it was not close enough. I will leave that to the in-game comms between me and Jackie on fine-tuning the location. First by facing north, then by facing east. We kept moving until I could hear the cannon shots right above my head while facing north and while facing east. Of course, using headphones is highly recommended for testing this. Okay, one more time. You are actually on my north. One more time. Okay, drop anchor. Now, since we were at it, we decided to check for the legendary hideout. Jackie dropped me at the outpost and went back to the location. Okay, now I am north of you. I feel like... Hold on.
You're in the hideout?
I'm in the hideout, but... they're not above and below each other, by the way.
You're next to each other or what?
I think so, yeah. Okay, do it again. Yep. Surprisingly enough, we found out that cannons sounded close while standing by the shipwright at the hideout. Upon fine-tuning, we discovered that the Ferry of the Damned is somewhere south of the hideout. Still, when heading to the hideout's entrance, they sounded different. We realized that the hideout extends from this rock towards the east all the way to the north of where the Ferry of the Damned is located. If their location is related to lore, then I'm sure Captain Falcor will figure out why. This tells us that the Ferry of the Damned is located south or possibly southwest, right next to the hideout. When we tried to swim down, we found that it looked like a giant rocky dome, which I believe that the Ferry of the Damned is right under it, and the hideout's entrance is possibly right under this rock. This is really awesome, but really fun to know what lies beyond what we can see. Jackie and I also demonstrated that live on my Twitch stream. Nonetheless, if you enjoyed this and think I earned your sub, then please consider it. And if not, still, thank you for your time. Phuzzy here, and happy sailing.